Hey yo, this is Dash.
Yeah.
Hey yo, this is Dash, and I'm not grilling anything today, but I'm cooking something. So you know what I figured I would do? I figured I would shoot a video of me cooking a simple pot roast. And I'm gonna use my Insta-Pot, the pressure cooker. That thing, oh wait, that thing. Anyway, so I figured I would just show you guys how I'm doing this. And this is more for me than it is for you guys, because every single time I've cooked something in this Insta-Pot, I've done it differently. So I'm going to try and do it. So today I'm going to be adding the pot roast. I have some celery. I have a pepper. I'll get the pepper out of the bag. I have a green pepper. I'm going to be adding some sweet potatoes, much to the chagrin of my oldest son. He's looking at me now. And I'm going to add a couple onions. If I can get the onions out of the basket. A couple onions. So I'm looking at this here, and I'm missing something. Carrots. Let's get some carrots. Look at that. Baby carrots. Okay, so let's see here. Again, we got our beef roast. Just a regular old chuck roast, was on sale at the Giant. Some celery, 2 onions, some baby carrots. Now these baby carrots, what I'm gonna do, I'm just chucking them in just like this. And this green pepper, I'm gonna cut that up too. So let's get my seasoning. And for seasoning, I'm really just gonna use some Montreal steak seasoning. Again, it's a family favorite, and it's easy, and I have a decent amount of it. And something else I wanted to add. Worcestershire sauce. So, can you say Worcestershire? Say it?
Sure.
Worcestershire.
I say Worcestershire.
It's Worcestershire.
Worcestershire?
Yeah, Worcestershire.
I got it! Worcestershire.
Hopefully you guys in the comments can say Worcestershire properly. All right, time to get my stuff sliced up, and I will get my Insta-Pot started. So using Insta-Pot is super duper simple. I don't even think I really checked the instructions. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna season my meat, and then I'm gonna put it in the Insta-Pot on saute and sear it. So if you don't know, sauteing, sauteing is going to give you that brown edge on the outside of your meat, and it is going to give you that taste. It's the Maillard. Look it up. Maillard reaction is what actually is when heat browns meat. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get that started while I'm slicing up everything, so that by the time I'm finished slicing everything up and I need to add everything to the pan, or excuse me, to the Insta-Pot, it'll be ready. All right, first thing, turn the Insta-Pot on saute. Let's get some aluminum foil, season up the ground beef, or the meat there, beef there. All right, next step is to take the steak and get it into the Insta-Pot. As you can hear, the Insta-Pot is in fact on. Have no fear. I sauteed or browned to one side and I just turned it over. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, well, you don't have the vegetables in there yet and it's on saute. So now what you do is I'm gonna add a half a cup of water to this. Let it saute for a minute and a half. Then, like I said, I'm gonna add a half a cup of water. That'll slow everything down and let me get to the point where I can put my vegetables into the pot. Then I will close it up and set it to meat. There's meat. Set it to meat, stew, and then let it do its thing, and it'll do the rest for me, and it'll tell me when it's done. Alright, so you guys saw me add all these ingredients. Again, just in case you forgot, there are some onions in there. There's two medium-sized onions. There's 1 green pepper. There's 4 stalks of celery. There's a bag of, what is this, like a pound? Yep, a pound of carrots. Baby carrots that are already cleaned and peeled. Carrots, 1 sweet potato. It was cut into about half-inch slices, well, 3/4 inch to inch slices, and quartered. Lastly, I'm going to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and I'm going to get this whole thing covered up, and it'll get started cooking. This is the easiest thing I cook. Today is Tuesday. It feels like a Monday, but it's a Tuesday. And I'm going to get this started. Once it's started and in the pot, everything else it does it by itself. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to stir anything. I don't have to mix anything. I will start, get the Worcestershire in there, close it up and get it started so it pressurizes, and I'll come back once the timer's up. So all you do now is get your lid on, make sure everything is on high pressure, and that your pressure relief valve is set to sealing, is what it says, and not venting. So if I turn it this way, it'll vent out. Turn it that way, it's sealed. The Insta-Pot will build pressure. Once it builds pressure, the timer here will go from saying on, and it'll have a timer actually, as opposed to it just saying on. I believe the meat is either 30 or 35 minutes under pressure. It'll take it probably 15-20 minutes to get to pressure. Once it does in fact get to pressure, that timer starts counting down, and then all you have to do is wait. Figured I would check in and show you guys that like I said before, once the pressure builds up, it starts the timer. When the timer gets down to 0, it'll beep, you know it's done. Then all you have to do is release the pressure. Once the pressure releases, your food is ready and you can eat. Okay, so now here is the moment we've been waiting for. Our cooker has gone back down to low, and in order for you to actually be able to open up the Insta-Pot once it's finished cooking, you have to release the pressure so that the lid will open up. It will not open at all with the pressure. So once that releases, once it finishes, I'll be able to open up. Okay, so the pressure has been relieved. See what's inside. Alright, so it looks like my carrots and peppers looks pretty good. So what I usually do, my peppers are nice and soft. My potatoes, they're gonna fall apart and turn into a mush actually. But I see some meat poking out. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of this out. Okay, so I've gone ahead and like I said, I've had my eye on this piece of meat right here. Let's cut a small piece out. And I'm going to put it on the plate. Then let's get a piece of carrot, a couple, and some potato. Here's some celery. And we'll find, oh, here's a piece of pepper. Get that down there. Now, let's see what this actually tastes like. Okay. You guys remember my son Sebastian?
Hi.
Here. It's hot. What do you think?
It's good. I personally don't like fat that much. I had a fattier piece.
Okay, well,
But
that was on the outside of the roast. Yet you're licking your fingers.
It's good. It's good.
Get a carrot. It's hot. Taste a piece of the potato. Since you wanted the potato, just a small piece. Yeah, it's hot. Yeah, blow on it. You don't like the potato?
Yeah, it was good. I like the carrot.
Alright. Okay. Alright, so the major part of dinner is done. I'm going, as my son is stealing more carrots, the major part of the dinner is done. I'm gonna go ahead and get some rice going so that we can have this over rice. And then I'll show you a plate once it's done. Okay, so here's the finished product. Like I said, there's the roast, the carrot, celery, and greens. Green onions. There's some green peppers and onions in there. And then I made yellow rice. So, with that being said,
make sure you subscribe. Yeah!
Like and subscribe.
she insisted on closing out the video. If you like what you saw or you learned something, do me a favor, leave a thumbs up. And just like my daughter said, if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah!